love, fame, and heartbreak when two strong personalities collide. Sparks fly, and not always the good kind. Today, we're diving into the emotional roller coaster between Saucy Santana, the unapologetic and fierce rap sensation, and Zell Swag, the love and hip-hop star known for his bold personality and killer style. In a shocking revelation, Zell recently opened up about why he decided to end things with Saucy, leaving fans and followers stunned. From accusations of toxic behavior to personal insecurities, Zell didn't hold back. But here's where it gets even juicier. Saucy's emotional reaction has everyone talking. When news first broke that these two were an item, fans were thrilled. Their chemistry was undeniable, and their larger-than-life personalities made them one of the most talked-about couples on the scene. But behind the glamorous Instagram posts and the viral TikTok, cracks were starting to show. Look, I love Saucy, but love isn't enough when you're dealing with all that. I need peace in my life, not drama every single day. Wait, did he just call Saucy drama? Zell dropped bombshells during this live session, claiming that Santana's fiery personality was becoming too much to handle. He hinted at constant arguments, public outbursts, and what he described as a lack of emotional support. But Saucy didn't stay silent. Just hours after Zell's comments went viral, Saucy fired back on social media. In a now-deleted tweet, Santana wrote, "You can't handle a real one, so you run? That's weak." Fans immediately started picking sides, with some calling Zell out for airing private details and others defending his decision to leave. Zell, however, didn't stop there. In a recent podcast interview, he dug deeper, revealing what he says was the final straw. "We were at this event, and Santana just started going off on me in front of everyone. It was embarrassing. I felt disrespected. That's when I knew I couldn't do it anymore." Zell claims he tried to salvage the relationship, but the public nature of their fights and Saucy's unwillingness to compromise made it impossible. He even accused Santana of prioritizing their career over their relationship, saying, "I'm not going to compete with the spotlight." Santana finally broke their silence in an emotional live stream, addressing Zell's comments directly. And let me tell you, it was heartbreaking to watch. "I gave my all to that man. Yeah, I'm fiery, but that's who I am. I can't change myself to make someone comfortable. If you love me, you love all of me." Santana's raw vulnerability struck a chord with fans, with many flooding the comments to show support. But others weren't as forgiving, suggesting that Zell might have had valid reasons to walk away. The internet, of course, exploded with opinions. Hashtags like Team Saucy and Team Zell started trending, and TikTokers wasted no time creating their own takes on the drama. But what's really interesting is how both Saucy and Zell are choosing to move forward. While Santana has hinted at channeling the heartbreak into new music, Zell has been focusing on his career as a stylist, even teasing a major project with a top celebrity. Could this breakup be the best thing to happen for both of them? Only time will tell. In the lively and fast-paced world of reality television, where drama and relationships interwove effortlessly, Zell found himself caught in the middle of a revelation that would send ripples through his circle of friends. The atmosphere in Atlanta was charged, a city renowned for its creativity and the relentless hustle of its people. But beneath the glittering facade, secrets were bubbling to the surface that had the potential to change everything. Zell had always been in tune with the intricate web of relationships within the love and hip-hop community. He had watched friendships flourish, romances spark, and rivalries explode, all unfolding under the watchful eyes of an eager audience. Yet, nothing could have prepared him for the shocking revelation involving his close friends Saucy Santana and Saucy's boyfriend, Chef D. The rumor started off as quiet whispers, barely audible speculation, before growing into full-blown gossip. Zell had heard hints that Chef D was being financially supported by Saucy to stay in the relationship. The idea struck Zell as both surprising and puzzling. He had seen the undeniable chemistry between the two, a couple who often lit up the room with their energy, exuding charisma and warmth. But now, this new perspective cast their relationship in a different light, suggesting a transactional dynamic rather than genuine love. Curious and increasingly uneasy, Zell decided he had to dig deeper. He began replaying moments in his mind nights filled with laughter and camaraderie. But now, he could detect an underlying tension he hadn't noticed before. The late-night hangouts, the shared inside jokes, and the intimate conversations all seemed to take on a new and more complicated meaning. As Zell reflected on these memories, he began to understand that the glamorous exterior often concealed deeper insecurities and hidden fears, especially in the unpredictable world they inhabited. As time went on, Zell found himself wrestling with the implications of this revelation. He recognized how the pressures of fame could distort perceptions of love and loyalty, often driving people to seek solace in transactional relationships rather than risking the vulnerability that true intimacy demands. The thought that someone as dynamic and talented as Saucy might feel compelled to pay for companionship deeply resonated with him. Determined to help his friend navigate these choppy waters, Zell decided one evening to address the matter directly. Under the glittering Atlanta skyline, the city alive with energy, he invited Saucy to meet at their favorite lounge. The space was alive with laughter, music, and the inviting aroma of delicious food. But the weight of the conversation Zell planned to initiate added an undeniable tension to the atmosphere. Waiting for the right moment, Zell broached the subject carefully, his words chosen with precision. He shared his observations about Saucy's relationship, making it clear that his concerns came from a place of genuine care and friendship. Saucy, as charismatic as ever, initially shrugged off the conversation with a laugh, but Zell couldn't ignore the brief flicker of doubt in his friend's eyes. As the night wore on, the playful banter gave way to a more serious and heartfelt exchange. Zell's words seemed to strike a nerve, encouraging Saucy to take a closer look at the reality of his relationship with Chef D. With a rare openness, Saucy began to reveal his own fears, his struggles with loneliness, and the fear of abandonment. He confessed that the immense pressures of fame had left him feeling vulnerable and insecure, leading him to believe that offering financial support was a way to ensure loyalty. Zell listened with compassion, his heart weighed down by empathy for his friend. He understood that Saucy's feelings were not unusual in their world, a world where relationships often felt fleeting, and trust was easily eroded by the glare of fame and fortune. Zell gently reminded Saucy of the importance of authentic connections, emphasizing that true love should be built on mutual respect and sincerity, not on financial exchanges. As the conversation grew deeper, Saucy began to face the reality of his situation. The notion of paying Chef D for companionship was rooted in fear rather than genuine love. He had been searching for reassurance in all the wrong places, using money as a way to hold on to someone, when what he truly longed for was a relationship grounded in trust and emotional intimacy. With each admission, the mood in the room began to shift. Zell could feel the burden easing off Saucy's shoulders as he acknowledged the truth of his feelings. They stayed up talking late into the night, peeling back the layers of dreams and fears that had been hidden beneath the weight of expectations. For the first time in a long while, Saucy seemed to find clarity amidst the emotional turmoil. As dawn broke over the Atlanta skyline, a new day filled with potential began to take shape. Saucy resolved to reimagine his relationship with Chef D, focusing on authenticity and emotional depth. He came to realize that paying for companionship was a fleeting solution, one that could never truly replace the void left by the absence of genuine love and support. Zell, witnessing this newfound determination, felt a surge of hope. He understood that the path ahead wouldn't be easy for Saucy, but he was ready to support his friend every step of the way. In a world where the lines between love and convenience were often blurred, Zell believed that real and meaningful connections were still possible. As the sun climbed higher into the sky, casting its warm light across the city, Saucy prepared to embrace the journey before him. He made a decision to confront Chef D about the foundation of their relationship, determined to foster a bond built on honesty and emotional vulnerability. With Zell's steadfast encouragement, Saucy felt empowered to pursue a love that aligned with his true self. One that wasn't tied to financial exchanges, but instead celebrated the strength found in being vulnerable. Ultimately, this path of self-discovery and authentic connection would not only redefine Saucy's relationships, but also shape his identity within the love and hip-hop Atlanta world. And as the drama continued to unfold, one thing became undeniably clear. When cultivated with authenticity, love always had the power to rise above the superficial nature of the glamorous world they lived in. Growing increasingly curious and concerned, Zell felt it was time to dig deeper. He found himself replaying moments in his mind nights filled with laughter and camaraderie, But now, he could detect an undercurrent of tension that hadn't been apparent before. The late-night hangouts, the shared jokes, and the heartfelt conversations all now seemed layered with an unspoken complexity as he revisited these memories. Zell began to recognize that the dazzling exterior often concealed profound insecurities and fears, particularly in the environment they navigated. As time went on, he wrestled with the weight of this revelation. He came to understand that the intense pressures of fame could distort the way love and loyalty were perceived, making it easier for people to find solace in transactional relationships instead of embracing vulnerability. The thought that someone as lively and gifted as Saucy might feel compelled to pay for companionship struck a deep chord within Zell. Determined to help his friend through this challenging terrain, Zell decided to address the rumors. One evening, under the glittering Atlanta skyline, he chose to confront Saucy. They met at their go-to lounge, a lively spot filled with laughter, music, and the aroma of delectable food. The atmosphere buzzed with energy, but Zell carried the heavy weight of the conversation he was about to start. Waiting for the right moment, Zell gently broached the subject. Carefully choosing his words, he shared his observations about the relationship, making sure Saucy knew his concerns came from a place of friendship. Ever the charismatic one, Saucy initially brushed off the conversation with a laugh, but Zell noticed the flicker of doubt in his friend's eyes. As the evening unfolded, the lighthearted laughter gave way to a more serious and meaningful discussion. Zell's words resonated, prompting Saucy to deeply consider the reality of his relationship with Chef D. In a moment of vulnerability, Saucy admitted his fears of loneliness and abandonment. He confessed that the constant pressures of fame had left him feeling insecure, leading him to believe that financial support was the key to ensuring loyalty. Zell listened intently, his heart weighed down with empathy. He understood that Saucy's struggles were far from unique in their world, a world where relationships were often fleeting, and trust was frequently overshadowed by the allure of fame and glamour. Zell stressed the importance of forming genuine connections, reminding Saucy that true love should be rooted in mutual respect and authenticity, not dependent on financial arrangements. For now, the world watches as these two larger-than-life stars navigate the aftermath of their very public breakup. One thing's for sure, whether they reconcile or move on, Saucy and Zell will always keep us entertained. Do you think Zell made the right decision, or should he have worked harder to make it work with Santana? Drop your opinions below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more celebrity tea.